Hello, hello, Rhoda here. Welcome to my craft room. Today we're going to work on a little grunge book that I've come up with, and I think you'll enjoy it. I love grunge. I just, I was craving to do some more, and I have my book picked out for my school journal, so we're going to look at that. Here is the sneaky peek. This is between the signatures. I think we stopped when I showed you that. And then this was just the opening of the second signature with this beautiful lady. I think she looks like an Indian princess to me. So we have a really detailed kind of a pocket. I've got some of that skeletal lace on it. There is a little bit of a leaf, what do you call that, netting? I got it at the Dollar Tree, so you probably know what I'm talking about. I think it's actually a feather. And then I had a little piece of this trim here, and it's on a piece of the sunflower uh, paper that I got down at Hobby Lobby. So this is just, yeah, just a piece of scrap. And it has, oh, that's glued on. So my pocket is, oh, that's right. I have a piece that sticks up at the back, so I thought that was supposed to be glued down. It could be, but it doesn't have to be. And then over here, our other pocket that's visible also has a little scrap of feather netting on it. And I have a piece of gift wrap behind here. This is one of the, I guess it'd be like a ticket, a tag. I'm not sure what you call it. Oh, and I've really decorated up behind here. Here's some more of the gift wrap, one of the numbers from the kit, and a butterfly from the kit. So, and I've got a couple of extra little trims down here. So, that might give you a couple of ways you could decorate up your pockets to zhuzh them up. And I've got to clean off my desk here, but I wanted to show you kind of what I was going to work with. Now, these two pieces, I know you probably don't recognize them. I've grunged them up a bit, but they used to be what I would use for my thumbnails, where you saw the picture of what my video was going to be about. So I would usually have this one over here, and this one over here, and then I'd have my item here, and I'd use my my phone to write some script in over here, and I thought that was kind of a cool look. I had seen somebody else doing it. Well, they've been sitting over there for a while because I've changed out and gone beyond that. So what we have here is I went in and I grunged it up. Like you can see where I did a bunch of sprays and a bunch of oxides, any kind of brown sprays. I do have a little bit of gray on here just for a splash of color. I also have some of that tarnished brass on here because I love the gold with all of this. And I inked around the outside edges with my ground espresso. And then I kind of did it in here. And then I had a little bit of that gold left from decorating up something here. So I'll put it in here. So I'm trying to use up, this is basically a trash journal. It's just stuff that I've had laying around, stuff I haven't looked at for ages, stuff people had given me that somebody else had thrown out along those lines. So this piece I have decided to make into pockets. So it's going to be like a large pocket on the front here, and then I'm cutting this one off and I'm turning it sideways because I'm going to have a big picture in there. I've picked out a bunch of laces that I had. People had given me, and I didn't know what to do with kind of things. This was from one of Mom's shirts. I think there's another one here that's got more of a tarnished look to it. So I'm going to probably use those to put over things. And then this was white. I got this back in July of last year. And then I didn't use it all, but it was a real pretty little trim. So I just kind of sprayed it up and made it kind of grungy. I had this I didn't know what to do with, so that would lay behind something really well. And then little doily kind of things. Oh, I have a little piece of this trim left. So all of those little goodies are going to get used in some way here. And then I've got just some pieces of paper. I've still got some of that burlap stuff that Jody Martin gave me, I have a piece of corrugated cardboard, and I thought, I need to try and use that. And then I have these cool looking little pockets that somebody gave me. So I'm going to have to see if I can use those in some way in here, like a pocket, because I've already put several items in there in another direction. So let me see. Oh, and then over here, I don't know if you can see it off to the side, I have more gift wrap. I have collage paper. I have pieces of paper that I think would go well in here. I've got some vellum, Tim Holtz vellum, that's got little images on it. It's supposed to be shabby grunge is what I'm calling it. And then I have a couple of little items I had made. This is a paper clip, and then this is one of my little bugs. And I'm going to set them over here to the side. And then Miss Jody also sent me some of these cabinet cards. And I'm thinking, what can I do? Now, see, somebody threw these out and didn't think they were worth keeping. So I was considering them trash. And so I'm going to actually work them into my journal. So I've got all of these neat cards to work in. Now I'll show you one. And I did this one myself. It was when I was doing identification cards. So I didn't know if she could work in here as a journal card or what. So we're going to see about that. And I'll give you kind of an idea of what I'm going for so far. I have a couple pages ready to get put together. And then we will... I need to sew it together at one point here. I need to do a little bit of stenciling and such first, and stamping, which may be what we do today, a good bit of it. I did with my what do you call that wheel? I can't remember what you call this little guy. But I went on here where some of the things were actually fast food, and I tried to cover it up. And then I went over it with sprays. Now, after you gesso it, because I put my white gesso on it, it's hard to make something sink in. And I learned that, and I should have remembered it from when I did this map paper, because it does not want to keep a spray after that. I'm not sure why. So I have this bag connected to another bag on the other side, so it completely goes through. Somebody gave me this, and I'm sorry, I can't remember who, but that's going to go over here for like a pocket that I'm going to actually decorate up and zhuzh up. You'll get to see what kind of look I'm going for when I get back here. Here's a pharmacy bag that I had to really go over a lot. And yeah, the sprays, the mica sprays kind of stay on here, sort of. But the actual paints don't as much. But that's okay, we're going to decorate it. Here's a neat looking envelope that I had that has like a lacy look. And the burlappy look that I have over here. And the dots. And that's sort of the theme, the overall theme. Lace, burlap, and then dots. So that's kind of, and gold. So here is one of the little pieces that I made up. It's actually, is it in the center? I think it was supposed to be somewhere else. I probably need to reposition it. But anyhow, this paper right here was from Celeste from Woodland Inspired. Her daughter does digitals, and I recently bought one that's wildflowers, and she's Woodland Silver on Etsy. Well, she had this great little outside of the area paper that had little gray dots on it. So I took them and I'd like dipped them in all these different sprays and things. Like when I sprayed this, I'd like go over there like that and get a lot of it off. And I just decorated these pockets up. Now I need to still cut that, but I've got my base already made, which is what this one became. I got a little bit of gold on there, and then I ripped up some little music paper, some of the lace. I had some pearls. I had some Stickers. I got stuff everywhere. People have it everywhere. This was an envelope I did not use. I made several for something, and I can't remember. But something happened where I didn't use them. And it's already got like a journal card inside of it. And I was going to use the flap, but I didn't want to cover up my butterflies. So I just went ahead and did it this way. So then we can keep going. Keep going. You probably haven't seen anything of interest as yet. Here is like a flips out because it was a longer piece. So I made it like a flip out. And then here's pieces to go on here. And then here's a piece. Okay. So check out this guy. He is kind of where I'm going. I'm going to be decorating it up. Now this is the other side. It's got that polka dot bag you saw. So I put some washi tape here to hold the two bags together. And then I had a little image. I had some trim that it got cut off. I had little strips that got cut off. This was a little piece of something somebody gave me. And so it was just little pieces and parts. I mean, I had these forever. I've got several more of them over here that's going to go in because it's sort of, vintage looking. And then this is another one of the cabinet cards. And here's that piece of lace that I cut down a little bit. But this is a pocket. These were little trims that I had left over. So as you can see, it's kind of like pieces and parts of things that's just been laying around. And I need to probably decorate the back side of that. And get rid of that. I can probably put another piece of washi over that. Or unless I cover it completely. So that's kind of where I'm going. And I thought I would bring you along. I'm having so much fun with this, guys. I'm having fun. Brayer. This thing is called a brayer. Okay. As you can see, my brain is still not working correctly. So let us do a little bit of stamping first. And a little bit of stenciling. Because it's not together yet. And it's the easiest time to do it. I do have this stencil that I pulled out. I thought it was a cool one to do. I have found that I want to put, maybe I'll put that this way. I haven't really planned on what's to go on each one of these pages. I just was going to let it speak to me, So I'm pulling out my vintage photo over here, and we're just going to kind of put it on here and rub it around and see what that does for me. I like the word found, so we're going to put that here. Who knows, that may be my focal I go with. And I need to get one of those brushes. Have you seen the brushes? I really think I need one of those because it would go in these little holes so much better. And that kind of thing. But I have this craving to do grunge anymore. I don't know why, but I do. I do. Now see, that's nice. That's light. It doesn't take up much. Like this one, we could go lucky and go down this side of the back page and have some numbers in there. Now, if I cover it up, I cover it up. There's no loss. I mean, this is just a little bit of ink and a stencil. So that's what I'm kind of getting at, and how I'm using this. It's like things that's not going to hurt a bit if something happens to it. And it's like you won't be sad. You won't kick yourself. Now see, I've got this thing where I need to learn to layer and put stuff over top of each other and not say, oh no, I've covered that up. That kind of thing. I got to get away from that. Now, I'm going to pick another one in here somewhere that needs that same treatment. I don't know. I'm going to probably put something on this. So it won't be that. Maybe this one. That one needs something. So we're going to see about putting this maybe like that. Let's go to the bottom this time. All right. Maybe I'll be more patchy with it. So patchy, I done lost my spot. Yeah. It's just the way to play. I was thinking, well, maybe this will just be my little play journal, and you know, to learn stuff and see how it goes. But it's done became, and I was calling it Shabby Grunge, and I kind of think that's a good name for it. Now see, that's right, that one was to go there, so I'm going to be covering up some of that. So maybe we can put one of our goodies up here. Put us a big 2 up here. Yeah. That's good. And see what else I got. Maybe I'll put some right here, because this needs to have something on it, but a little bit along the edge isn't going to hurt a thing. Won't hurt a thing. I had a little bit left on my brush of this brass color, so I went around the outside of this envelope with it. So that kind of helped tie it in. Yeah, like that. I like that. Works good, works good. Now I have probably one more I'll do, and then that's all of that. Let's go up here and get these numbers on here. I like the numbers. Let's go here and put art. Although I think the bag is ripped on that one spot, so I don't think it's going to show all of that. Alright. Yeah, it's kind of ripped right there. Let's see. Let's put this little number down here. Okay. I think we might be good. Now, I'll do some stamping. Now, I've got some buttons picked out. I've got a little bit of everything, like I said. But I do have this one page. Where was it? That I would like to get together. It's this one right here. So let's work on this one. I do want to stamp one of these things here. I forgot to tell you. This one is called Industrial Layering Stencil. I love that. So that's what that one's called. And then this one is one of those mixed media sets. And I think it's mesh and typo. But the number's THMM121. And I like these silhouette like flowers. And I need to get a stamp block and my ink. My hands are so dirty from playing with this thing. I was playing with it last night. It just kept hollering at me, you know. It kept saying, come play with me, come play with me. So I got in here and I thought, well, let me do some preliminary stuff, like the inking or the spraying and the gessoing, and then I was picking out different little papers and finding things I hadn't touched for eons and thinking what else would go in here, and it finally formed. I'm going to do this one right here. I don't know if it'll go over top of that paint or not. I know that mica spray is a pain to get anything to stick to. It's kind of here and there, right in there, but then this is grungy. So that will work. Okay, let me put this little piece of paper to hold my spot. And while I got this one out, I'm going to put it back in here somewhere. And it's going to all be part of the layering. I'm not sure how much of this y'all would be interested in seeing, because I know there's quite a few of you that don't like grunge. As I could tell in my recent journal that I did. It didn't look like very many people were interested. But, you know, it's just one of those things. Yeah, either you like it or you don't. So we're going to get in here and do another one. I think I'll do this tall, skinny one. And do a little bit with it. And oh, it's a nice one out there today. So I hope everybody's got some kind of nice weather they're looking at. And I hope everybody's in good health, good spirits, good frame of mind. It's good to be in a lot of those things. I don't know. I guess I've always been in a good frame of mind. I think I get that from Mom, because I think that helped me get out of the hospital that quickly. When I was in it, I had scoliosis, which is the curvature of your spine, and they didn't check for it in schools. And I think they were supposed to, but they just didn't. And then when they saw me in that cast, that body cast I had to wear for 9 months, everybody started getting checked, and they wanted to be checked. They didn't want to look like me. But yeah, it's just one of them things. I'm not even sure who I got it from. You know, you never really know that. I don't know if it's one of those things like 23andMe is supposed to be able to tell you who you get what and this and that from, but I don't know that you could trace something like that. Ooh, that turned out good. And I like that black here and there. That's really pulling through really nice. Alright, so maybe I'll put me just a little bit more of this. I got a little plant cut out that's going to go on here. Let me turn that around, because I'm going to put that right there. If I can get it down there right. Okay. Good enough. Good enough. All right. Okay. All of these little goodies are what is going to go down on here. It's some kind of a little chipboard piece that somebody gave me. It actually looked like this, so I painted it. I painted it with some gold or brass or something. You can see I've got a little bit of gold in the background there, so I thought it would go well. Plus I've had this piece of trim hanging around forever, so I thought that might look good down here. I've got a little piece of the tissue paper, which I'm going to go ahead and put on here. Goodness. I got to figure out what I need to get a hold of here. There. We'll put this on with some glue stick. See if that'll work. I didn't know if it would be too delicate to do with a glue stick, but it's so far so good. Okay. So we're going to put that down right here just for some looks. And to get our dots in the background. I have this one that I wanted to put over. I had to place it because I wanted to see the London, but I didn't want to hide the spot. So I'm going to have to do it like this. I'll put it down like that. Yeah, I think that's it. Good enough, right? Good enough. And then I had another little piece here. It says play roles. I don't know what that is, but that's just a little something that I thought could go down. So we're going to put some glue stick on the back of that. And I think it was to go like right there. I kind of like the texture of the written script there. And thought that, yeah, see, it kind of comes through right where I wanted it to. Okay, now I have this little piece of trim. It's really wrinkled up pretty badly. So we're going to try to get it as close as we can and get it down here. Now I do want to try and get this gold under it. Just about where it would be under that right there. Let's see. So, actually, let me turn it around. It's got that wrinkle in it. I think it was the very end of my trim. And I got it at Hobby. No, I got it at Joann's on sale. No doubt. That was back, I think it was in the Halloween department. Like they got that little stand that they put out with all their clearance and marked down stuff. That's where she was. Alright, so I'm going to put that there. So I need to go across here somewhere first. Get it down. And then I'll come under it. I really like the idea of the lace. The soft with the grungy hard, I guess you would say. That's what I really liked about this look. So I wanted to go with it. Yeah, we'll just come in here and put little patches of glue to help hold it down. This one here is not cooperating. That was that big wrinkle. It might still work and it might not. I don't know. So, who else likes grunge? Let me know, because I have no clue if that's just something certain people like, or me, I like to experiment with all kinds of looks. So, yeah. So, I kind of can work with anything, or I try to work with anything. Okay. Well, most of our flour kind of disappeared over here. So, let's say we get back in here with our stamp and we try to do something up here. And I still had this little short one here that I haven't used. So let's try that one. And we'll see if we can put him right there. Okay, that's going there. Yeah, I think it'll look good. I'll put him right at the tip of that lace. Okay. It's the only way I know to do it. Okay. See how she goes. I don't know what I'm pressing on underneath here, so that's probably why half of this is not stamping correctly. I'm doing it the wrong way. Alright, now I'm going to put this down here with some fabric tack. I'm not sure what else would help hold it, to tell you the truth. Oh. Yeah, I'm trying to get in my head exactly how I wanted to do my school journal. So I was playing around with the idea of doing it in an altered book. But then again, I pick up this book to see if I could use it, and it ended up have been in a flood in my parents' basement at one time. So the poor thing, it's like it fell apart almost on me. The whole inside wanted to come out, so I went ahead and trimmed it. And then I did a little bit of researching on how you would actually do that if you didn't have the pages still in the book. So I had to come up with how that worked. I think it's right here it needs to be. And so I took and colored, inked my front and back inside cover. I found some muslin, which is cotton, which is what they suggest if you don't have the bookbinding tape. And I colorized that up a little bit, tea-dyed it, coffee-dyed it, whatever you want to call it. I using some kind of brown. So that turned out good. And I do have another little stringer here of pearls. Just to get rid of it, I'll use it. Yeah, so I was figuring out what all I needed to do to get that to work, and I think it's going to work. I don't know if I can get this to work. I'm going to have this stuff all over my hands and everywhere else. Okay, let me put that down right here. And I went out a little further because I want to put a button over here beside it. Where's my tweezers? Oh my goodness. All right. And we have a metal detector, or not, not a metal detector, a smoke detector in the basement that keeps chirping. The battery needs to be replaced. So the poor thing, it just keeps going off and off and off. And I have to get down there on the ladder here in a little bit and fix that problem. All right, this says Cool Cat. I don't know what pair of clothes that came off of, but I think that'll do good there. I've got, like, it's round, you know. I wonder if I could put another button somewhere else. Does it need another button? I feel like it does. I feel like it needs another button. I just don't know where. I'll keep that thought. All right, so this page is done. I don't think it turned out too bad. See? Okay, let's see what we have over here. I wonder if I could finish decorating the front of this. Okay, I've been working on this page here with the envelope that flips out, trying to figure out how I wanted to do it, and I guess I want to do it like this. I just I keep working with it, but I'm not too sure that I'm that crazy about it. Oh, well, let's see what we can do. Now this I can cut in half, so I can use part of that somewhere else. So let's just do that. This is great because it was flat and it laid right down on there. So let's do this with some fabric tack. And we're going to figure out where it needs to be. Yeah, like that. And maybe a little bit in the middle there. The rest of it will get held down by the actual photo. I need my little silicone spatula here to help me go down just a little further. Well, I just filled this thing up the other day, and I must have been using a lot of fabric tack because it feels like it's empty again. Okay. Then we're going to put the photo down here and fill that up with some fabric tack. And this paper bag is kind of finicky when you're using like a wet glue. I found that out when I had to keep putting some of my Barely Arts back on here and back on here. I think it sucks up the moisture. Okay, so we're going to put that right there like that. I'm going to try to even it up with that line of the envelope. All right, and I have this, which I think I'm going to go across the top, and I'll cut it right here. Put that back over here, and I'm thinking maybe I'll go up above the photo. Yeah, I got a piece of dried on the end. Okay, let's try to do it like this. There. I think that'll work. That'll also extend it up a little bit more, and you can see it possibly out of the journal. Yep, that works. All right. This I can put on with, well, maybe regular glue. I really don't know. So we're going to try to put this on next. And I think all of this will actually stick. And the part over here I'm not sure about, but we'll see. I like this little bit of gold here with the name of, I think, the photographer. So I'm leaving that. Yeah. And I just cleared his shoes, but I didn't clear hers, but that's all right. She probably had some clodhoppers. Where's that one little piece? I don't know that. I felt like I wanted a little bit of lace to come in, but I'm just not sure. I may have to do my a little bit more scrounging to see what other kind of laces I got. Now I got that. That might not be bad. And I got a little bit with some circle on it. Let's go with that. Let's cut it off, like right here. Oop. I thought I was stuck. Okay. Go up here. I think we're going to try to save these circles here to use elsewhere. Okay. So yeah, that little bit of extra there I think might be good. Do I want it that way? Nope, I think I want it that way. Alright, let's see if I can get some glue on this baby. Some of these pieces are very challenging. Oh. Yep. I had to go down to the shop the other day, and I left some items that I'd been making, and she zhuzhed up my zhuzhed it up really nice for me, and sent a picture to Facebook. So it looked really good. I took my peacock journal down. I had a few of the little journals that were like a traveler's notebook, And I didn't get to show you, but I made 4 of these floral design type of paper bag journals. I tried to do a lot of floral this time, you know, because of the season. All right, I got that I'm putting right here. Oops. Whoop. It's sliding around because it's fabric tag. Oh, there we go. And then I'm going to put some on the back here because of it being fabric or lace up there. I'm going to have to use this. I don't exactly know that I need to put that much glue on it. That should do it. Okay, so that's going to go right here. I'm trying to figure out if I want to be even with the photo or do I want to be even with the lace above it. I kind of stuttered there. Sorry. All right. You know, I try to pretend that I'm talking to myself. I do that all the time anyway. It's just the way I am. But, you know, I do have the stage fright. And sometimes it gets me. Sometimes. I've gotten a whole lot better. Oh, it used to be bad. All right, so how am I going? Okay, I think I want this piece to be down first. This is all paper, so we're going to work with my regular glue, my Barely Arts glue. All right, this little piece needs to go down first. And all it was a stamp that I had. That's a daisy. And I used, I think it was a gray. That's why it's so light. It's like a gray ink. And I put it on here. Then I did the dip technique to get the color for here. Because it was all white. I'm sure you've seen the dip technique. That's just where you put a little ink on something and you keep dipping it in there. And then drying it or letting it air dry. And then go for another color. Or go for more of the same color. It's very easy. I usually do it on my, where is it? I usually do it on here. I'll smear my ink on there, add a little bit of water, and I just dip on there. And does the job. Does the job. All right. I needed a word, a name. So I've got D.L. Turner and Sons, because there's a little boy. And I thought it would tie in together. Now this is received. It says received of. And it's some of that Tim Holtz washi. Not washi. Sorry. Vellum. And I haven't been a fan of it because it's so dark. And it's really hard in some cases to see what's on there. But in the case of for here, I think it works because of it being, you know, kind of vintage and all those good words. All right. This was from Maremi Small Art way back when. I think I was doing one of her, it was one of her things. I don't know if I could call it a tutorial or class. She was having a class and we could go on and get her, her freebie and you use those freebies in her class. I think that's how it worked. And I just like the colors here. I didn't want to hide my received of, but I think you can still see it. I'll go that way with it. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, you can still see it. All right. So we got that done. What do you think? What do you think? And that's kind of, I don't know, I've been seeing people do these online, on my Instagram, on, YouTube. I still need to do something here. And it's more than likely going to be one of these ladies or something like that. But I'll work that out here soon. And I need to go... I did need to figure out where this was supposed to be, because I don't think it was supposed to be there. I don't think so. I think it was supposed to be like right here, maybe. Yeah. Alright, I decided to leave it there. It looked better there anyway. Okay, so this is where I'm going to, like, cover my background. And I have this that somebody gave me, and I did the ink splotching idea with that. I'm going to just leave it whole, because I'm going to do the whole piece on there. And let's see if I can just do the ink or the glue, and where I'm going to run over where I'm going to be sticking it, and I won't have to get anything else out. Yeah, just like that. This is that piece that flips out that's behind it. And then we have this, which I don't know. I think I'm going to make a pocket on this page. And I guess I could go up here like that. And I'll use the other part of that for something else. I want to get this little bit of texture paste. I'm probably going to use texture paste in here. So if I get back on here and do a few more, or at least another episode, I'll probably leave off with the grit paste or texture paste at the very end. And then we have this, which is a piece from, it was a project I did a while back. And I'm trying to figure out if I want to use it. I could probably use it as a pocket. So I might wait on that. Now this, I did want to use as a pocket. But I need to probably cut it off like right there. Is that straight? No, it's not. No, it's not. Alright. So I'm going to do that. Okay, I think I got my whatever together here on how I want to do it. So let's just throw it down. It's to have fun. You don't need to strain about it, and that's what I've been doing. So that is going to go over here, and I need it to be off a little bit because it was off in the picture's going to throw it off, in other words. Yeah, let me get that out. Yeah. Now, I had to watch Tim Holtz here the last couple weeks, I guess, or the last week maybe he's been on. I have not watched it yet, so I've whizzed through it here before I did the video. And oh yeah, I see some goodies that I want to get. I'm using Vintage Photo on it, and now I'm going to do the edge with my ground espresso that pulls that edge out to make it look burnt. So anyhow, he did where he pulled stuff out of the vault, he pulled out some of those Viewmaster. He had it actually had a Viewmaster reel on it, and to tell you the truth, I've been looking for one of those because I've got one, Hollywood Mickey. I think we had another one too that had things like the great things around the world, the pyramids and all that. So he has something like that, and it's perfect. It's perfect. I'm going to have to get it. And so let's put this down like a pocket, just so we have one. Yeah, so it had some numbers on that same piece, and a film strip, and kind of like this one I've got over here. So I can go ahead and use this because I'm going to get one. Now you're probably saying, but you're not supposed to be spending your money, Rhoda. But this is on my PayPal. I've got money that through couponing that I saved up on my PayPal. And I'm going to use that. So I won't be cheating. And then, let's see, is that one going to go? Yeah, it's going to go back there. So I've got that to look forward to. And then there was another something or other that I like the look of. What was it? Oh, there was a globe. He had a globe, and it looked really interesting because you could use it with travel. You could use it with all kinds of different things. Now, she's going to be, that needs to be down below here. Okay. Yeah, so that's something I can do a lot with. And in his Stampers Anonymous video, he had something with a typewriter. It was called Curiosity Shop. And I thought, oh, perfect. I have been looking for a typewriter. And it's an old looking one, as you know, because what I want to use it for is I've got a journal that is either going to be a correspondence type of a journal or just a typewriter themed journal. I'm not sure. I'm still working it out. Still working it out. Okay, I do want to put this down first, so I guess I'm going to put a little wad of glue stick here and see if that will take care of that. I think it did. I need a little bit more. There, that did it. And then I've got a little bit of music. I'm not going to ink it. I ain't going to worry about that. So that can go down here. And then I've got a ticket that was on some of that little scrap paper somebody gave me. It's probably that stuff you get from Temu. But anyhow, I really am excited about the Viewmaster. I mean, that's something we had when we were kids. We used to look at it all the time. You know, it was just exciting to look through there and see stuff. It was fun. You don't see anything like that nowadays. Okay, I'm going to tilt that at an angle. Alright, now I've got my lady. And before she goes down, I've got this sticker. I thought, well, you know, it kind of looks kind of funny, kind of jokey. But I cut all that stuff away, and I think it'll work. Because I got the music down here. Like, she likes to listen to the... What is this? A Victrola? No, this isn't a Victrola. Or is it? Maybe that is what it is. I can't remember. So, yeah. That's something from her time period, it looks like. Alright, so now I need to get the other glue out to glue her down. And I have a little bit more stamping I was thinking to do. It could be I'll wait. I think I'll wait and do that stamping on the next video, because I'm going to be working on some more of these pages. And I may save one or two for us to do together. But I'm having so much fun, I can't stop. Alright, I think that's going to go right there. Alright. And I'll have to think if I want anything else on this page. I kind of think like that looks like she likes to write letters, and she likes to listen to music, maybe while she does. I don't have any lace on this page, so do we need some lace? Like across her. Maybe this little delicate one that I got might do the trick. I put it right there. I kind of don't want to cover up the bottom. I'm thinking, yeah, I think that looks good. That adds something right along that edge. And I think I want the white side out because it has a better contrast. Whoop. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. I know that's the wrong side of those little wheels, but that's all right. Okay. Let's see what we did today. And I'm still trying to think of what I need to have on my cover. And see, it's just kind of, it was painter paper or something, I guess. It was on a roll. And I've had it. It's a real strong one. So I don't know if that was painter paper or wrapping paper or what it was. Now, see, I still got to do stuff with those. With that. This is going to be, like I said, a pocket or a tuck. And I'm trying to think what's to go on there. I may have to get me some more people. Or I could pull out some of my... Oh, yeah. I could pull out my other people that's down here. The portraits. I don't use those. Okay. That will be what I do. Because I'm going to run out of those other ones that Jody sent me. Thank you, Jody. So here we go. We did this today. And this is... I could have cut this open so it's a pocket. And I still might, because all I got to do is cut it along there. I got one button. I'm still debating on the other one. I need to do something here. That might be where one of those portrait dolls comes in handy. We did this, which I can fill this with something. Quite possibly this lady. Let's stick her in there anyway. And then, yeah, this was just all stuff. Somebody sent me this die cut. Somebody sent me all the laces. I mean, So, yeah, it's my trash journal. And this was the other one that I did with the little pocket here. Oop. Yeah, it's like a little pocket side tuck. And then this lifts and you have a big journal card inside. And then it actually, how did this work? Oh, it's actually like that. So... yeah, this was a short piece and I glued it. That's the other half of it or part of it. And then I put the little pocket on there and decorated it and made it work like that. So yeah, I like the way that worked. Okay, well, I really thank you for coming to visit and for putting up with me today. If you liked what you saw, would you please like, share, comment, anything to get me going. Well, I really appreciate you. Thank you, my subscribers and viewers. Bye-bye.